have the hair and the bags and the makeup or whatever, the beauty, the glitz, and the glam. Everybody know the glamour girls, we got to take care of our business. We is getting up there, you know, we want to be financially sound, we want to pay off some debt, want to make sure we're making good financial decisions so we can be set up to have the glitz, the glam, the bags, and all of that jazz later on. So this video is actually about my experience buying my home. Well, not my experience, because I can split it up into a series. I just want to get this part out of the way. These are going to be just 5 things that you should do before you are before you get ready to purchase a home. Some of these I did do, some of these I did out of order, and some of these are things that I did do that I wish I had done. So let's just get right into this video. This is the Glamour Girl's Guide to Home Buying. First part, do's, home buying do's. Tip, advice number 1, make sure that you are actually ready to purchase a home. There is no landlord, sis. It's you. So just in my experience, I got in my home the very first week. I had bugs, roaches, caterpillars, beetles. No, you can't. I don't want pets. You can't live here. So guess what? I had to pay for an exterminator the first week I got in my house. 2 weeks later, I had a roof leak. Yes, I did have an inspection and I had repairs done, but my seller was using an unlicensed contractor, and I found that out later. Roof leak, had to get that repaired, and I still got shingles in my front yard. I need a whole new roof. That's another thing, but we'll talk about that next week. Had to get my roof repaired. Maybe a month after that, my AC capacitor went out. I had to pay for that. So there is no calling the landlord when things go wrong. It's only you. Those are your responsibilities. So just because the interest rates are low and LLC Twitter tells you that you need to buy a home, everybody may not necessarily be ready for that responsibility. If you are, then just know that it's life. Things unexpectedly come up all the time, and you are responsible for it. If I really had thought about all the things that I may be responsible for, I don't know if I would have purchased the home as soon as I did, because I don't like responsibility. I want to be a kid. I mean, I'm handling it, but just remember that is, you know, a part of home buying. It is your home. It is your responsibility. You are responsible for its well-being 100%. So make sure that you are ready to buy a home, not because your mom said it's a good idea, because Twitter and Facebook said it's a good idea, because you think it's cool and you can be boastful and brag about it. It's cool, it's good, but it's some work. All right. So number 2, you actually think, you know, you're ready to purchase your home. You talk to yourself, get your money right. That kind of ties into number 1. Not only will you need a down payment, but you're gonna need money for inspections and termite inspections. You're gonna need earnest money after you put in the offer. So make sure you are financially ready. And yes, your lender may approve you for an amount that they say that you can afford, but only you know what you can afford. So if you can eliminate some small debt, small credit cards, you know, cancel a gym membership, cut off your Netflix and Hulu for a while, save as much money as you can, because you're going to need money before purchasing the home and forever after, because you're gonna want furniture, you might need pest inspections, garbage bills, all kinds of stuff comes with purchasing a home. So make sure your money is right. And when I say right, I don't mean just having a few savings. You got to change your behaviors, because once you get into a home, that's a whole new level of adulting. Okay, so you made up your mind you're gonna buy a house, you got your money right, you done stopped shopping, you telling your friends I can't go out because I'm being financially responsible. Number 3, take you a home buying class. Now you saying, why am I taking the home buying class if I can just watch your video? Well, they're gonna teach you things in that 8-hour home buying class that I cannot teach you in this 8-minute YouTube video. I took a home buying class, but I took it after I was already approved and had put in an offer. And so I was already, the day my house was getting inspected, I was taking my home buying class, which was weird, you know, because there were things that had happened up until that point where I wasn't really sure what I was looking at. I'm ashamed to say I didn't really know what I was signing. I just really put all of my trust in my realtor, basically, not to screw me over, because she came highly recommended and she was great. But you know, I could have, and what if I did have a shady realtor and I'm just out here signing stuff? I didn't know really what was going on up until that point. I didn't know what was all on this offer sheet. I didn't know what I was going to be responsible for, how much money this was going to, I didn't know any of that. I got in the home buying class and they're giving me this breakdown of what should be happening, what should be flowing. And I'm like, oh, that's what they meant when they said that. Oh, okay. And just blew my mind, because I'm like, girl, you really out here buying a house and you don't know what the hell is going on. But not only in the home buying class, they just give you referrals on, you know, what to do about your insurance, what insurance is needed on your home, what insurance you should have depending on what location you live in, how to budget. It's just a lot of good information that they give you in this class that I think it's really beneficial to the process. Like, I didn't know what was happening in the beginning of my process until I took the class, but I knew everything to come on the closing side of it, because they covered basically the entire process from beginning to end in this 8-hour class. And so I was equipped with that knowledge to go into my closing with confidence that nobody was gonna get over on me. All right, you made up in your mind you're gonna buy a house, you got your money right, and now you done took your home buying class. All right, get you your pre-approval before you reach out to a realtor and start looking at houses. And let me tell you why you should do this. I did not do this. I'm looking at houses, found a house I love, then my dumb ass called a realtor and was like, hey girl, I want to buy this house. She's like, okay, you got your pre-approval? I was like, no. She was like, well, I can't show you no houses because you don't even know what you can afford, what you're gonna get approved for. I'm not gonna waste my time. She didn't say it like that, but they're not gonna show you houses unless you have a personal relationship, and that might be different. But a realtor who's got clients is not gonna be showing you houses if you do not have your pre-approval, because they don't know what exactly you're gonna get approved for or what you can afford. And you're gonna fall in love with the house, and by the time you get pre-approved, that house is gonna be gone because interest rates are good and houses are flying out of here. So get off of Zillow. Hey, get off of Zillow and realtor.com. You don't need to be on there because you ain't got a pre-approval yet. But honestly, seriously, truthfully, you're gonna fall in love with the house, and by the time you go to a lender, get pre-approved, get a realtor to show you the house, somebody's already gonna put an offer on their house, and you're gonna be back on my video crying in the comments talking about I told you so. And I don't want that to happen to you. So just listen to me, don't do it. So you decided you're ready to buy a house, you got your money right, you done took your class, you done got your pre-approval. Find you a good realtor, and not just who is popular on Instagram or who just decided they're gonna sell houses to make some extra money. Somebody with some actual clients, some referrals who you can talk to, because you are literally putting your life basically in these people's hands. You can find houses, but it's only going to be what they're going to show you. And sometimes what's on these sites, the houses may be listed that aren't even on the sites, because realtors have other have connections with each other. So they might say, hey, my client is selling this 3-bedroom 3-bath, and then this realtor may say, well, hey, my client is looking for a 3-bedroom 3-bath. It's probably never even hit Zillow. So get you somebody who is good, reputable, has some clients that you can speak with. My realtor was great. I didn't have to really do anything. She found somebody who did the inspection for me. He did a great job of the termite inspection. When I put in my offer, she got me my closing costs and everything paid for. I didn't, you know, I had no issues. But I attribute my home buying process, how smooth it was, to my realtor, because she was just amazing. She's been in the game for a long time, and she knew what she was doing. She just didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I'm gonna sell houses. Like, I've known people who did not have the best realtor and got to closing day, needed to bring extra money and needed all kind of stuff because their realtor was trash. So no shade to anybody's like family members or anything, and you might, you know, you want to help out, but you have to remember also that these people are working for you. So if they can't give you what you need, then there's no point in really working with them at all. Those are my 5 tips. We'll probably do one of these a week just to help the girls out, because it is a very fulfilling, exciting accomplishment, like, to, you know, having my son graduate from college, buying my home, that, you know, some of the things that I'm most proud of in my life, and I want everybody to experience that, but I also want everybody to be prepared. So next week we'll probably do some of my well, I did give you some don'ts. We'll just talk a little bit more, honey. It don't matter. We'll just talk a little bit more about my process. Y'all can ask me some questions down here in the comments, and I will answer those. If you have any questions, also, you can reach out to me on my Instagram. I would love to help anybody who has any issues. We can talk about credit and all of that. Yeah, that's what we'll talk about next week. See, I'm talking myself through it. We'll talk about credit and all of that stuff in the next one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk